And we are live. What is up, guys? My name is Mountaineer Paul. This is another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. And we are back in black, baby. If you don't like it, you're not old enough. So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Mike Cassaza let out a little info today, which you've heard some rumor about a possible uniform change. Had Wren Baker on the show a few months back. If you're going to go back and watch the episode of our Wren Baker interview, I encourage you to do that. We talked about multiple things, including music, intros, stadium, fan experience versus player experience with music, uniforms, the whole nine. And one thing that Wren Baker said he was going to make sure to always do is play country roads at the end of every West Virginia Mountaineers victory, and play, you know what song I'm talking about, against Pitt. So those are two big ones. And then he always wants to have a nod toward tradition. And so while these uniforms are going to be black, they're not going to be all black. You know, I think there's going to be some white trim in there. Maybe they'll find a way to sneak some blue trim, and you never know. But at the end of the day, I think this is an exciting update. This is not something we would have got with Shane Lyons, in my opinion. He just never made changes like this, or updates like this. He never seems like he never did anything cool. So appreciate that, J.K. Marshall. Hit that like button, guys, if you don't mind. Click out and click back in. Hit that like button for me. I appreciate that. Pied canary patterns on the shoulders, Markinson motto. I got to be honest with you. I'm not sure what that would look like. So, assume most Markinson motto said, I'm assuming most people were around for Deshaun and KJ. Wells' team are going to like this. Nostalgia has been culturally hot recently. Yeah, absolutely. I like the color black. Timothy Green. After all, I worked in the coal mines my entire life. I'm now retired. I'll always love my Mountaineers no matter what color of uniform they wear. For sure, Timothy. So, interested to know the fan perspective on this. I have seen some people buck against the possibility of black uniforms. And I'm not going to say I don't understand. But, man, the 2010, let me just pull a picture of them boys up real quick, man. It's in the thumbnail. But to me, dude, there was no cooler team that we've had than these boys right here. Right there on the left with KJ and all, and look at Truck Bryant back there. And that was a team that was predominantly New Jersey and New York, right? I mean, you go back and look at the intro, literally almost every player on that team was from either New Jersey or New York. Anyway, that was one of the coolest teams we've ever had, you know, and by the way, they went to the Final Four. They were really good, you know, or was it Elite Eight that year? Anyway, somebody mentioned Back in Black, Tyler Cobb. Yeah. I think it's you know, I think that'd be kind of cool to see. But I'd be open to other. Fade to Black is something I almost used as well for a thumbnail title. But Back in Black fit because this is a nod to that Huggins squad, right? And I wonder if Gordon Gee would have perceived it that way. Would he still have allowed this? You know, because anything to do with that Final Four team, because of Huggins, right? So, right, yeah, Final Four. John Flowers doing the John Wall dance and Cuse in Syracuse after he won was one of the greatest moments in sports history. Yeah. Timothy Green said, "I would love to see us get back to the strength we had in the basketball one time." Yeah, this is just this is to me truthfully. This camera's jacked up on me today. It's just an off season, man. You know, we'll get back. We'll get back to that, and Kuz and I will probably end up talking about it more. We just had a live yesterday on the whole thing. Anybody here against the black uniforms, and possibly somebody mentioned a coal rush. Now, Timothy Green, it's I know you would love that, wouldn't you, man? But haven't gotten confirmation on that. And Mike Cassaza actually said he posted a subtweet earlier that said he hadn't heard anything about coal rush or those words or anything like that. So I'm assuming these uniforms are going to be black, but they're going to have trim on them. So I don't know. We'll see. So pumped for a blackout stadium at when we oh, when we show those Nittany Lions what the Mountaineers are truly made of. That's right, Tyler. Just want you to say I hope your allergies get better and stay better, my friend. Yeah, listen, dude, it's something you got to live with. And I deep cleaned today, so I don't know if I don't know if I stirred anything up. It was already in here, and I just realized I got to change my filters uh, out of some of my units. I need to do that too. So thanks, Timothy, man. I love the coal idea, hence the canary idea. But yeah, but maybe just like some golden crested mountains as a background behind player names would be cool. Well, I do know that white is going to be in the color. Excuse, let me twist this around, guys, real quick, so it'll quit jacking around on me. There we go. I do know that white is going to be in this color scheme somewhere because they have to get some of the school colors in. It can't just be all black, apparently. Um, but I love the whole. I would love the all black coal, just all black everything. I would even like all black numbers and everything. But um, at the end of the day, man, black is such a cool uniform color. And listen, every team has a variation of it. Just about Baylor has one. I've seen Louisville pull them out. Uh, we've seen Oregon pull them out. So I just I don't know. I just think it's insane how to me it's insane how many people buck against something like this when it's just cool. You know, tradition. I mean, you look at teams like Alabama and Penn State that never bunk against tradition and wear the same uniforms week in week out. Uh, there is that out there, and you can to some extent you can say it about West Virginia, but we've gone against the grain before. Yeah, that's what Florida State. J.K. Marshall said Florida State's uniforms are really sharp. They are, um, but I don't know. I certainly don't hate it. That's for sure. So this is going to be a short episode, guys. It's looking like I thought more people would want to talk about this. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the time of day. Maybe it's the day of the week. Tennessee has all black. You're right. Everybody got them. That's what I'm saying. Even Ohio State. I've seen Ohio State have them. Uh, but West Virginia being a coal miner state, if you label it coal rush, now you're talking, right? I think that's you know, there's a bunch of different ways you could go with it too. You could even do the coal colored numbers on there. Uh, well, against the black, all the dark black, which would be like a gray. But we've kind of already done that with the Nike the combat uniforms that we did, right? Pretty sure. All black for West Virginia and all white for Penn State will be a great contrast. I agree. And oh yeah, one other piece of info on this, we'll get to see it in the spring game. So I think that'll be kind of cool. Uh, Getting to preview these uniforms in the spring game. They're trying to drum up interest for the spring game. Outside of giving tickets away, I don't know that it's going to be, uh, as I think it's going to be a big one this year, but I don't think it's going to be. Are we going to sell the stadium out ever? Probably not. I wish we were one of those schools that did sell out our spring game, but it just rarely ever. I think we've done it maybe once before. I can't remember, but like during the Pat White years, we may have done it, but I don't even know if even then we did. Maybe somebody can tell me in the comments because I obviously didn't make it up to the games very often in those years. But I don't know. I would love to see the spring game sold out this year though, because I think we're going to be close to the top 25. Probably going to have to win a couple games to get in, but if we get in preseason, that would be great. Don Johnson said, "As long as we win, I don't care what we wear. Black is cool. I just don't like the all yellow." LOL. You don't like the all gold? That's what I call them in my head. Um, I see where you're. The all yellow. Not everybody likes them. I get that. Um, but look at it from a playing perspective, and in my, if you want contrast, just like black versus white, similar to yellow, your players stick out when you're, especially for a quarterback going through progressions. I think the biggest spring game I've ever seen, even during the Pat years, was half the stadium filled. Yeah, for whatever reason, and maybe it's because of how, the size of our state, um, how far some people have to drive to the game, maybe. Uh, but to me, to me it's weird that the spring game isn't sold out for us. Just because we sell, our basketball teams usually sell out, or football team sells out, or baseball team's going to sell out every week, just about. I just don't understand why our spring game doesn't sell out. I mean, they even sell beer during it, don't they? Well, American Patriot, it's happening, buddy. So get ready for that. You had to bring it up. Timothy Green said we need to do whatever it takes as a university to fill all the seats in the spring game, and if you charge cheap, make it up on the other end, such as increasing beer and hot dog sales or something. Yeah, I mean, what's more important, I guess, having a full stadium or making money that day? I guess to the university, probably making money. They'll take a half full stadium if they make some money. But as fans, it's, I'm always jealous of the teams that have full stadiums for uh, spring games. I just always have been, because I always like to say, we may not have the most money, we may not be the biggest state, but we are one of the most passionate fan bases in America. And the spring game is one of those things that's just like an anomaly because we're like, seriously, this is legit too. It's not me just spitting out some random thing. We're like a top five Twitter following. Oh, excuse me. We're like a top five Twitter following for our specific team. Like we're always up there within as far as engagement in the top five for college football. Uh, you look at the support we give our players. Uh, we're able to keep up in NIL despite being economically challenged as almost any other state because all our fans give so much, and we just can't sell it to spring game. It just blows me away. But it's televised now, and that kind of helps too. This is why West Virginia is behind 50 years behind everywhere else. People complaining for anything different. If somebody complaining, uh, it does help with recruiting American Patriot. I promise you, they'll have a bunch of people there, a bunch of kids there that spring game that will see those uniforms for sure. Tyler Cobb said, "Are we just seeing the new black unis at the spring game, or others as well? I've seen a couple rumors of some new white jerseys and such." I mean, I'd say that pretty much all that's on the table, Tyler. Uh, from what I understand, there is going to be a display of, excuse me, some different uniforms, but this is all subject to change. I remember one year we were supposed to do that, and whoever the distributor was, I guess Nike, didn't send enough or didn't send them on time. Like, there's all kinds of weird stuff that can happen. So, but I mean, just as far as what they're planning, I think yeah, they're expecting to have a display. But I think the black uniforms are going to be like they'll probably have another country roads variation. Maybe they'll show. They might have a couple that they don't even show. Maybe try to keep it hidden for a surprise. It's really hard to say, but uh, I'm a uniform guy because I think people underestimate the impact of inner uniforms in recruiting, and also on the brand. Tell me about Oregon when Joey Harrington played for them. What color were they? They were that really ugly green and yellow, right? Post Joey Harrington, whenever they really, really came on, like 2002, 2003, 2004, somewhere in there, he was the first overall pick to the Detroit Lions and really kind of put Oregon back on the map. And before you know it, Phil Knight, all these different uniform combinations, and before you know it, they become a destination school to where they recruit as well as, they're always, I mean, they've even had a couple of the top five recruiting classes. And a large portion of that is really because of their uniforms. Kids love their uniform combinations. Marcus Amato said we need to have a bigger event for the spring game, more things scheduled around it, almost like a carnival or fair. Have a concert, something, anything, make it a whole big celebration thing. Yeah, and I think we've got a couple guys. I mean, Wesley, what's his name? Godwin or Charles Wesley Godwin. I think he would be a great choice for that. Now, I don't know if the kids, the players would want to see a country music. I know they've met him and probably like him, but I don't know how much of his music would be their thing. But if you're talking about for the fans, absolutely, that would probably work. Jacob Yoho, what's up, brother? He said one of my stepdaughters loves going to the games. Awesome, let me hear that. David Frame would rather be 50 years behind here in West Virginia than to be in California. That means when everyone else comes to an end, we still have 50 years. Hey, I do believe the black uniforms will be in a night game. Hey, look, we've got a good shot for that Penn State game to be night game or at least evening ish. Now we've just got to figure out for a way to use Timothy. We're going to need you to go up there and shoot a couple of the lights out during the pivotal part of the game so that our players vanish at just the right time. So I'll get with you on that. Imagine if we could get Oliver Anthony to show up and perform. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Don't forget to like the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Mountaineer Paul Talks Football if you're not subscribed to the channel. And last but not least, man, send me a super chat if you want to help. It's the off season. Definitely aren't doing as well as we do during the season here. So if you would love to help us, we would certainly appreciate that. Which reminds me, I need to shout out a sponsor. Let me get on that really quick as well. Apologies for doing this a little late in the video, guys. This episode of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football is brought to you by Dutch Miller Automotive, where friends and family pricing means you get the best deal right up front on any new or pre-loved vehicle in stock every time. With brands like Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Kia, Hyundai, Ford, GMC, Buick, and Subaru, the Dutch Miller Automotive family is always growing, ready to put you in the car truck you've been searching for. Check out our inventory across West Virginia at DutchMillerAuto.com or come in today to the home of friends and family pricing. Only in the Dutch Miller Automotive store near you. All right, guys. Some other news I saw today was George Klykov is going to be replaced, and they're targeting possibly. I don't know the guy's name just yet. The news just came out right before I went live. Oregon Ducks and Oregon State Beavers both have cool uniforms. Would love to see Mountaineers make an official cartoon Mountaineer version uniform. Yeah, absolutely, David. Love the black. Hey, what's up, Luke Bart? Oliver Anthony's from West Virginia, so he probably wouldn't want to attend a West Virginia game. He's from Virginia. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, he is from Charlottesville, I think, or somewhere around there. Uh, and he, I mean, Charles Wesley Godwin would be, to me, just as good. Uh, I mean, Oliver Anthony blew up over that one song, and he's done great. But I think I love the package of what Wesley Godwin has for sure. Timothy Green said he could shoot some lights out. What's up, Silas? He said, "Hey, all, let's go." They love, yeah, just like they do Oklahoma games. We had Wren Baker on. We asked about that, and one thing he said is just remember, while he is probably the deciding factor on a lot of this, there is like 20 or 30 people he makes these decisions with. Some of them are just they don't go against tradition. You know, it doesn't matter what it is. Uh, Hopefully, some of these people are either moving out, dying out, something because we really need to modernize kind of our everything with the beginning of the game. A lot of it needs to stay the same, but some of it needs to be modernized. Love the idea with the uniform. I think one thing you worry about maybe is people that are epileptic with the light strobe lights like that. But other than that, man, uh, I think it's a great idea. I really do. Thank you. Appreciate that, Timothy. JK said Cobb replaced. What's left of the Pac-12 but the two schools. Wonder where they think they can take it. Merge with the Mountain West. It's tough. It's hard to say, man. You know, and who knows where they're going to hire at. Uh, I have to get in there and research that before I can speak on it fully. But it could be, maybe it'd be a positive thing for the Pac-2. Who knows? Yeah, that here. This is an American Patriot. We asked Wren Baker about this, and this is West Virginia has run onto the field during the fight song for like 100 years. So good luck getting somebody to agree to that. It's actually a decision maker. While I agree that it would be cooler to have them run onto the field to some cool music of some kind, maybe the players vote on it or something about being maybe back in black, for you change it up, whatever. But at the end of the day, the traditionalists won't let stuff like that happen because, like I said, the school fight song or the band plays whatever it is they play when the team runs out, and some people like that too. We definitely need changes. We can't stick to tradition on everything. I even agree with changing the name of the stadium, bringing in lots of money. Sure, why not? I agree. AP, I hate Virginia Tech. They're selling my body, but I get chills watching their intro. They do have a great intro, no doubt. Now their stadium also needs luxury boxes. I think they're in talks. From what I understand, they were supposed to be trying to figure that out. So, all right, guys, that's about all I have for this episode. Just wanted to get on here and talk about the uniforms combinations. We're down to like 13 people, so not a whole lot going on here tonight. It's all good. I'm not mad about it. Just wanted to try to get some traction going tonight, see if I can get something to talk about. Um, so there we go. Tyler Cobb said, as a band member, I enjoy playing the fight song for the team when they come out, but I'm not opposed to a run out song, as it almost gets so loud when the team runs out you can barely hear the band. That's a great point, Tyler. And thank you for serving in the band, by the way. Did not know that. Um, I 1000% agree with you. So, are you in the band right now, or did you used to be? Just curious. But yeah, so that's a good point about the band being drowned out by the fans. Oh, no problem, Timothy. Awesome, man. Well, hey, enjoy that experience there in college. Um, enjoy your time as a band member. No reason to take it for granted. Don't need to move along fast with it, man. So hope you keep on enjoying that. Thank you for being a part of my shows as always, like you do, bro. Yep, let's go watch that girls game. Hope you guys doing well. Catch you on the next one. Hope we got some better news. I mean, this is great news, but I want some football related stuff. We're getting there though. Another month we'll be into the spring game. It's all about to speed back up. We'll have transfer portal stuff, and you guys know that's where I flourish. I've already been talking to some players, so just know that we're gonna, we'll be okay this coming spring. I think we're gonna get a couple new bodies in. I hate to say it like that, bodies. It's a bad way to say it, but you know what I mean. So we'll have some new players in. And I think you're going to be exciting. All right, guys, this has been another edition of Mountaineer Paul Talks Football. This episode is over. I'm out.